Alright, hello there, welcome back to another wee bit different video. Today's video, going to be doing a tier list related video, and specifically Mortal Kombat 1 Kameo tier list, but not based off of competitiveness and based off of, oh, who's the best. This tier list, as you can see on the title, is going to be based off who is the most annoying Kameo to play against. Not play as, play against. Meaning, if your opponent has this character, you're probably going to be annoyed or frustrated based off of what they do. Now, personally, I have a strong opinion about some of these, and I don't have much of an opinion on some of these, but it is important to be noted that this is all entirely subjective. What might annoy you might not annoy me. What might annoy me might not annoy you. But ultimately, it's just for fun, and it's just a discussion. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me in the comments down below. First character, we have Cyrax. If this was Cyrax pre-patch, I would say for sure he's on FU. Nowadays, I think Cyrax is mostly just kind of annoying because when he does bring up that Kameo, I just can't, I have to block. I have to block for so long, and it's, thank God now it's a whole bar instead of half a bar. But being able to put so much pressure on someone, when you're on the opposite side, again, when you're just holding R2 and the other person's going low or overhead or low or overhead or mid quick frames like Johnny Cage, it is so goddamn annoying to deal with. But again, because of the nerf, I would say kind of annoying. Also, to elaborate further, anytime a character has a move where they can keep you stuck, and I don't see it often, but when Cyrax puts that, what is it, a web or that trap on you and you're stuck and you can't move, oh god, that is the worst feeling. Next up, we got Darius, neutral for me. He doesn't have anything that annoys me at all. And honestly, I kind of more so respect the people that play as him because he's pretty uncommon, at least for most of the matches that I've played. Next up is Frost. And this is definitely personal opinion here because Frost isn't OP at all. But I fucking cannot stand playing against Frost sometimes. She definitely can do things, or let me elaborate. She does one thing in particular that grinds my gears, and that's her freeze. When I think it's, you have to hold down Kameo. But anyway, yeah, she just like slides down and it's like a projectile. It does ice across the stage and it can freeze you. It is so annoying because if I'm playing sub, which I'm always playing sub, I main Sub-Zero. He needs a buff, by the way, but that's not the point of the video. But anyway, as I'm doing my freeze, my down forward square, or down forward one, I should say. As I'm doing my down forward one, my freeze move, which is a projectile, that has a 39 frame startup. By the time I'm starting that shit, Frost can already send her little projectile across the goddamn screen and freeze me. And it is so annoying because I don't feel like I should get punished for that. But Frost is fast with it. Now, sometimes they do it raw and they catch me slipping, but it is so frustrating getting frozen the way that I do because it's so quick. Like with Sub-Zero, again, 39 frame startup for that freeze. This thing is so quick and it goes full screen and it's a low. Like, come on, man. Next up, we got Goro, and honestly, I feel very neutral about him. So with Goro, it's interesting because I don't see him too often, and when I do, he doesn't have anything in particular that grinds my gears. I think for him though, it's just about playing against him more and then, you know, seeing what he really can do. Because I've only played him like 2 or 3 times maybe. There's not a lot going on there, so I feel pretty neutral about him. Maybe with more experience, me playing against him, it'd be different. But most people play the same Kameos. Next up, we got Jax. Jax is kind of annoying. Reason being, for one, is that down smash move when he just continuously smashes on the ground. It just stays there, dude. And I hate having to worry about staying out of an area, which is ironic because I play Sub-Zero and I have an ice clone. But his shit is, the ice clone is for 1 second and the startup is annoying. This dude comes out, yes, the startup is slow, but it is continuously just smashing on the ground. So it's a little bit annoying, but I can deal with it. Next up, we got Kano. Honestly, I don't see Kano too often. I've played against a Raiden with the Kano, and that Kano is a little bit annoying. I think what Kano does, well, for one, aside from the throwing knives, projectiles, that spinning ball, the person will finish up a string, and you have to stay blocking because if you just try to punish after a string, specifically on Raiden, they're just gonna let go of the Kameo button and the ball is just gonna freaking smack you. So it's one of those things where it's like, It's annoying because I don't want to hold on to block for forever, but Kano kind of forces you to do that. Next up, we got Kung Lao, and I think it's obvious that Kung Lao is an FU or at least an annoying. Personally, that low hat is honestly like a bane to my existence with this game. Whenever I play a Johnny Cage Kung Lao, I honestly want to, I don't want to say anything inappropriate, but I honestly want to lose my shit sometimes. It is so frustrating because it's a low, he recharges fast, and it's just boom, string, hat, string, hat. And I think Johnny Cage can actually just full on combo off of the hat string. I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure, right? But anyway, yeah, Kung Lao is ridiculously annoying. If you add him to Liu Kang can literally grab you, like a regular grab. You press L1. During the grab, you can summon Kung Lao to grab you and teleport you, and then Liu Kang can do a full-on combo, which is freaking annoying. I honestly hate that, dude. So all in all, yeah, Kung Lao is definitely an FU. He's super powerful. Next up, we got, is it Motaro? Is that this guy's name? I played him a little bit with Sub-Zero just to experiment. I would say he's annoying, and listen to my reasoning real quick, even though he's honestly not that strong. So he has a deflect, right? Now, for as long as you hold it out, he's wasting his bar. But anytime you're a character that's shooting projectiles, that deflect can definitely throw you off. Now, that deflect's not as good as Sub-Zero's Ice Sting, right? Because Sub-Zero's Ice Sting only wastes half a bar and it lasts a while, as opposed to this, to where the longer you hold it out, the more bar it wastes. But it can still be a little tricky to deal with depending on who's using it. Also, if you spend a full bar, he'll come out on the screen and just start shooting 3 projectiles, one every like second. And it's a pain in the ass to deal with that as well. And it also pops you up, so if the person's skilled enough, they can do something with that. But also, anytime you have a string that's punishable, for example, I play Sub-Zero, so if I hold back 2, right, the move where he just brings out the hammer, if you block that, that's a punishable move. Or a string that I do, it would be forward 1, 2, 3. Forward 1, 2, 3 is Sub-Zero's 15 frame mid. If I do that string, it's punishable. But with Motaro, if you just press the Kameo button, he can grab you and teleport you to the other side and keep you safe. So that is super useful. Now, he's not overpowered by any means, but he's got gimmicks that can be like a little annoying to deal with. But by no means is he overpowered. Again, it's more so just like, damn, he can keep a string safe. He can deflect projectiles, and he can shoot 3 projectiles like over time that you can get comboed off of. So it's just a lot. Next up, we got Sareena, and honestly, dude, I hate Sareena, like with the passion, which is ironic as well because I play as her with Sub-Zero. Sareena unlocks Sub-Zero, and honestly, most characters like just full-on damage potential because you can do a string into her forward or her back Kameo move, which she just throws those 2 little sights and then they come backwards. Sareena's very universal. Everyone rocks with her, and then not only that, but you add on to the fact that she gives you 5% more health for some random reason. I don't understand why she get, or I should say 50, or no, it's 50 more health. Yeah, for whatever reason, she also gives you 50 more health, which is just so unnecessary. Like, she does not need to give you more health than every other Kameo when she's already overpicked. But then another thing that is very frustrating to deal with, and I've only seen a select few utilize this move, but if you just press neutral Kameo move, she does this like little demon fucking circle, and it takes away your meter, right? Your thing will just vanish. Well, Garrus in particular has a combo to where when he starts it, he can bring Sareena there, and by the time he finishes it, you already lost a full fucking bar, or at least almost a full bar, just because you got hit by a combo and Sareena's like just doing her little dance or whatever the hell that is. It's ridiculous, dude. Sareena is definitely an FU kind of Kameo to play against. It's not fun. Next up, we got Scorpion. Scorpion's honestly kind of annoying. Not too much, to be honest with you. I just feel like sometimes the combos last forever. Like, similar to Sareena, the combos last forever. Holy shit. But with Scorpion, it's like he's got his overhead, move that leads to more combos. He has his move where he takes off the mask and shoots out fire that extends air combos. And then he can also pull people back with his spear. Now, it's not a handful to where you're like getting really angry, but it's kind of annoying. Some of the stuff he does, it's not too bad, and I don't get mad for people playing him, not at all, but it's just like, god damn it, I have to worry about that kind of stuff. Next up we got Cyrax. Cyrax is definitely a fuck you kind of character. He's got a homing missile. It's not overpowered by any means, but what you guys expect, it's going to be annoying to deal with. Also, he has this launcher that he calls up and he just punches up from the ground and teleports, which is super annoying. His flamethrower can definitely keep you at bay. This character feels like he's designed to be obnoxious as hell. Now, he might be more obnoxious than Sareena and Cyrax, than Sareena and Kung Lao, but because he's not picked as much, I don't get as frustrated. But goddamn, dude, he has a homing missile, bro. It's gonna be annoying. Like if I grab you, oh, but he shot his missile, literally in the middle of my grab animation, missile hits me. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? Next up, we have Shujinko. Shujinko is, I respect anyone who plays him because I have not seen one person, whether it's in a competitive tournament or whether it's in a Kombat League match, whether I'm watching a stream of a Mortal Kombat player, or whether I'm watching Mexican Million Dude play Mortal Kombat, I've never seen one Shujinko. Never one. I've seen some videos about him and the stuff he can do, but that's that. I've never, ever played against a Shujinko myself or seen really much gameplay of him unless I'm directly looking it up. So, yeah, Shujinko just needs help. I respect anyone who can play as him, and he's not annoying at all because I never see him. I would say with Sonya, she's kind of annoying because she allows people to finish strings that typically you can't finish on a combo with, and she can extend it to where they can make a combo. For example, Sub-Zero, his back 3-4 does not under any circumstance combo into anything. But if you have Sub-Zero with Sonya, if you do that back 4-3, it's literally just a little leg kick and then pops you up, but literally you can't combo off of it. Sonya, if you just use her air Kameo, she literally can make that a full-on combo where damage can be dealt, and it's not just Sub-Zero as a character, it's more characters. So that shit is extremely frustrating because it gives them moves that they just couldn't have done flat out, or it gives them combo opportunities that they couldn't have done flat out. Now I know that's kind of the point of a lot of cameos, but specifically that where I feel like it's a lot more accessible for most characters, it's frustrating. Not only that, she does have a projectile, which isn't the worst, but it still makes it kind of annoying. So she's not full on annoying, it's just kind of annoying. Stryker, in my opinion, is flat out annoying. Reason being is because when you call him out for those little 2 bombs, it forces you to back off because it doesn't get called out right away. But the moment it does get called out, if you're kind of just in neutral with your opponent, you really do have to back off or hold block. And if you're holding block, the opponent can kind of get that first string on you. And whether it's a low or overhead, or even if it's just a mid, he's just applying pressure. So that's something to deal with. And honestly, it's not the worst feeling in the world when you're against a Stryker, but that projectile is enough to keep you at bay to where it's like, god damn, this is kind of annoying. And last, definitely not least, we have Sub. Because I play as Sub-Zero, I do throw projectiles quite often, whether it be my down forward 1 or whether it be my back forward 2, which is the ice clone itself, like full out punch. He can stop some of those things or all of those things, but I feel like he's a respectable cameo because the whole point of him is to stop people from spamming projectiles, but also you can combo off of a regular string. Similar to how I was talking about Sonya, if you press down, if you press back 1 with Sub and that little leg kick, you could actually combo that with the freeze and just freeze your opponent. So he does give a lot of leeway to a lot of people. Now, if you do freeze them, it does scale quite a bit, so it's not the worst feeling in the world, but it's still something that has to keep you on your toes. Ultimately though, this is my complete tier list. Some people might think Sub-Zero's annoying, some people might think Sonya's annoying or Scorpion's annoying. I feel like Shujinko is extremely respectable. These two I'm neutral about. I also just have to get a lot more reps on Goro. These guys have things that are like a little frustrating to deal with, but not too much. Cyrax honestly might be a little higher now that I think about it, because I feel like Cyrax is more annoying than all these 5 right here. These 4 have gimmicks that really change the game. Now Motaro, again, Motaro is not that good, but the gimmicks are strong with this one. Again, the deflect, the ability to keep you safe on a punishable string, and then also the fact that he has a full screen overtime projectiles. It's a lot to deal with. Frost I hate, and this is my personal vendetta because I always get hit by her freaking low freeze, which is so goddamn annoying because it's full screen and it punishes my freaking ice ball, which shouldn't be a thing, by the way. And then Cyrax, Sareena, and Kung Lao, well, yeah, I feel like a lot of these are pretty easy to go off of, but let me know what you think. Again, this isn't a tier list based off of who's the flat out best. It's just a tier list based off of who really is the bane of your existence and who really is causing you problems and how obnoxious they are. Not so much like, oh man, I can never, ever beat a Kung Lao. It's more so how goddamn annoying is it to play a Kung Lao. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about the tier list. Let me know what you agree on, disagree on, and ultimately, this is just a discussion, like I said, so it's okay if we have some differences. But as always, I appreciate you guys for watching. This is I'll Even Different. And we out.